All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Top of the first. Jackrabbits, being the 7 seed, will be the visitors. Joe is up. We will flip around the fielding. So the umpiring crew, the field umpire is now behind the plate, and the ump we had behind the plate with the strange strike zone is now moved to first base. So Joe steps in for the first pitch. Takes the. Hey, where's Teddy? Teddy, you want a burrito? Okay. All right, Teddy passing on a burrito. Strike one, so 1 ball, 1 strike. This ump quite a bit more vocal, which I appreciate. Again, the Joe's job as a leadoff hitter. Whoa! Change up on the inside. Joe dancing out of the way. I met another live streaming dad, and we're having a bromance between games. That was nice. He seems nice enough. Joe with a deep pop fly, but left fielder gets underneath it. He is out. So swing and a drive, but not deep enough. So Joe is out. In steps Jorge. So the Warriors are the number 2 seed, but again, this season, given its rain-soakedness, is a little strange because they didn't even play all the games either, but they played enough to have a high winning percentage for second. That ball is thrown very hard and very high. And getting the link posted in the chat, Team Reach chat for everybody. Pop up, that ball is curling out of play. First baseman gets underneath it. Really solid effort by the first baseman. You didn't see it, but tracked it all the way to the fence. And he was just thwarted by the fence. So next pitch. Off-speed pitch, really well placed. Strike 2. And Jorge swinging his bats, ready to go. Ball high. This pitcher clearly several pitches in his arsenal. Doesn't have quite command of them all, but clearly is going to be a kid that we're going to have to pay attention to. And think about where the pitch you're going to get. Strike 3.
That's okay, Jorge. Come on, Cole. Let's go, Cole.
All right, Cole steps in with 2 outs, nobody on. Ball inside. This pitcher's around the plate on a regular basis here, so you're definitely going to see a lot of the swings today. Hopefully a lot of swings and drives, not a lot of swings and misses. Whoa, curveball that does not curve. Cole ducks out of the way. Coach Hunter says, wear it. Cole says, I'm good. I think I'd rather have Cole swinging than taking a ball between the 3 and the 4 on his back. Ball low. Cole now sitting pretty, hopefully sitting fastball here.
Come on, Cole.
Strike, but of course 3-0. Cole is of course taking. Also realize the sun has gone down, so why you take on a 3-0? You take on a 3-0 because he hasn't shown he can throw a strike, so take the walk rather than swing and get an out. See, now he's walked. So you don't want to take the bat out of your hand by hitting into a ground ball or something. So walk sends Cole to first. Teddy now, who has not had a very good swings at his at bats, a lot of just throwing his hands at it. Chance of TK7 coming from the dugout. Teddy takes the ball high.
Where? That's a good question. I don't know.
Teddy now. Ball gets away from the first baseman on the throw over. Cole stands up but does not go anywhere. Wisely does not go anywhere.
Come on, Teddy.
Teddy will step back in. He's ready and locked already, but been kind of frozen here by the pitcher taking so long. That ball is way outside. So pitcher here, quite a few pitches in his arsenal, but struggling to find the strike zone. When he throws hard, he definitely throws a long, kind of away from the right-handed batter. So Teddy, ball high. Teddy's in there and ready for a while. I'm worried he's going to be all kind of out of concentration by the time the ball finally comes. 3-0, so Teddy will not be swinging. Teddy doesn't take any practice swings. He just gets in and puts the bat up. So ready as soon as he's in there. Strike there, like we saw with Cole. Pitcher bringing that 3-ball strike. Three-one now. Teddy swings, foul ball. Goes down and gets it. So Coach Hunter reminding him, stay tall. Don't go down and get it like that. Stay tall. He dropped there and kind of robbed himself of his power in his legs, so fouled it back rather than staying tall and maybe driving that ball through the right side. Okay, 3-2-2. Joe reminding that there may be an off-speed pitcher. That ball is outside. It was a fastball, but not accurate. So Teddy runs down. Cole is going to jump on over to second. So again, hard throwing pitcher, good amount of, it looks like 3 pitches in his arsenal, but struggling to find the strike zone. So we're going to just push here. AYL has a pitch count, not a innings count. So, oh, ball off the end. Kind of does a little English on it and race to the bag. First baseman gets there for the final out of the inning. So 5 up, 2 left on, no hits, and the Jackrabbits will now take the field. We'll give you the defensive rundown here in just a second. Yeah, enjoy your softball game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need to eat a burrito here, and because I'm hungry, even if my kid isn't. So, top of the first took 10 minutes. So we'll see if we get if we can move as quickly through our inning as they did theirs. All right, before I jump into my dinner, let me just give you a defensive breakdown here. We've got Cole on the mound, Isai behind the plate. Cole and Isai have a special pitching relationship here where there's a clear understanding of how Cole's pitches break and how the off-speed pitch dives. So I'd like to see this battery here between Cole and Isai. We'll have Joe at first, his normal perch, Ricardo and Jorge up the middle. And then on third, we'll have Gianni. In left, we've got Chris, because he's got the high blue socks, which I appreciate as a high blue socks guy myself. When I played, Jack also sporting the high blue socks in center, and then we'll have Aaron in right. So that is our defensive setup for today, or at least this inning. And I think we're going to balls in here and coming down here very quickly. So I'm going to get a bite to eat, and I will be back in just a second. In steps the first batter for the Warriors. left-handed batter, sporting a sweatband, purple sweatband on his hand, on his arm. Takes that for a pitch just a bit outside. Ground ball through the left side. Chris gets down on it. We'll hold the ball, hold the runner at 1 there with a leadoff single for the Warriors. Warriors only sporting 9 players. So they are, we will see a lot of the same batters today. We have a timeout so that the runner at first can put the oven mitt on. Ooh. Cole throwing a 60-mile-an-hour fastball over to Joe, a little high. Aaron making some moves to back up there. Thankfully, he didn't need it. Because on this turf, again, the ball just skips. So, and the ball skips past, and that will go all the way to Aaron. And we need to pick the ball up and make sure that we are not letting him go to third. So Cole with the throw a little high and out of Joe's reach. And runner will take second on an uncontested pickoff, failed pickoff move. Foul ball on the first pitch to this batter, right-handed batter. Sporting a white bat with very hot orange on the barrel, so makes kind of a cool look when it. And we throw the ball into center field. Thankfully, Jack is right there to back up. Cole having a little bit of trouble locating his pickoff moves today. I'd rather just see him step off. Gets the same effect of getting the runner back and doesn't give him the free base on a bad throw. And foul. So 2 strikes now to this batter. Let's see what coach calls here. But my guess is we're going to see an off-speed or a breaking ball. Cole steps off, pulling the runner back to second. He doesn't go quite all the way back, but Cole with an attempt at a curveball there. Arm came way down out of his arm slot, meaning not over the top, but kind of off almost to the 45 degree, and then sweeped it across his body, which led the ball to be outside. Fastball, ground ball. A funky bounce to Joe. Joe then throws it to third for reasons. Runner is safe over there, and but we get the out at first. So a productive out for the Warriors, moving their runner 70 feet along the base paths. But also good for the Jackrabbits to get that first out of the inning. Cole now will come off the windup, so the runner on third will have free rein to go up and down the line. Oh, that ball is roped down the left field line. Again, could be, oh, he's cut off. That will keep him to 2. On this turf field, we've seen the ball get past the outfielder, and then it skips to the fence, and it's a home run. So good play there by Chris to block to take the angle to cut that off and keep him to a double. Nonetheless, Warriors plate the first run of the game. Their leadoff batter came around to score 1-0 to the Warriors. Man on second. Cole steps off, does not make the throw. Number 1 here for the Warriors steps out. Now we're ready to go. First pitch, curveball. Completely fools number 1. Beautiful pitch there. Number 1 was swinging on a fastball and just herky-jerkied his bat to make some contact there. But Cole starting him with a curveball. Pretty uncommon at this age to go to that pitch as your first pitch. You usually want to go with a fastball to establish a strike, but that was done here. Runner goes to third. Throw down not in time. So ball on third. Oh, sorry, runner on third with a ball there. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. Cole now looking for the third strike of this at bat. Oh, ground ball. Hot shot to Jorge, who picks it up, takes his sweet time, lobs it over, does get the runner out, but a very effective out for the Warriors as it does plate the second run of the inning. So get them over, get them in is the mantra of a good baseball team, and that's exactly what the Warriors have done here, and you can see why they end up as the second seed. Because they're just executing on the fundamentals. Additionally, Cole is, foul ball. Foul ball. Check swing there by the Warrior, but it went off the handle of the bat, or the thin part of the bat. Strike two. That was bringing the heat there. And that actually hit the, did not hit the batter, but it hit the oven mitt that was coming out of his back pocket there. Doesn't matter, it is part of the uniform, and therefore he definitely is going to be scored officially as a hit by pitch, but doesn't hurt because it actually doesn't, it didn't actually hit him. But nonetheless, and runner does not go. Oh, the ball is dropped by Isai. So now kind of coming into a little bit of a hole here, 2-0. Sun is going down with the smoky haze we have from the Canadian wildfires. Getting to be a little tough to see the ball for these 47-year-old eyes. Swing and a miss at a off-speed pitch. It was beautiful. Cole's changeup working there. His curveball was also working earlier, so we like to see that. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike two. Deuces are wild now. We've got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. And the Warriors have put 2 across. Pop up, out of play. Not going to be catchable by the infield.
Come on, Cole.
Next pitch. Swing and a miss, the ball outside. That is the 3rd out of the inning, but the Warriors do what they need to do, which is to put 2 runs across the plate. So back to Tony's words of wisdom, win the inning, and Warriors did just that. So the Jackrabbits have themselves in a hole early. Going to need to come out and score a bunch of runs to win this inning. So let's see them do it. And all right, I got to go find a charger for my iPad. In addition to being on the Fritzl game, it's now sucking through battery like crazy, so that's no fun.
Yeah, this is top side.
I mean, if you can't see this, you shouldn't be playing baseball anyway.
Lights would be nice.
They also probably eat a lot of carrots.
I switched it.
Come on, Gianni.
Got him. Yeah, 1 second. Good job, Sully.
Oh, Dan. I've been commentating for how many batters with myself on mute?
Oh my gosh. Shoot, like.
Hey, so Gianni ran himself out of a play. Ricardo got on the fielder's choice. He stole second. He jumped into the base way too late and jammed his left hand dangerously. He's safe, or he's healthy, but yeah, bummer. Bummer. I think I'm going to explain where I was at and just recap Gianni. So if you go back and look at the video, because you'll see it very clearly, Gianni slides under the tag. He's very safe there. But at this age, the umps generally agree that if the foul ball, good way to fight that off that curveball. Generally agree that if the ball beats the runner and the tag is attempted, you're going to be out. And the reason you do that is because what the catcher would have had to do is physically block the plate and encourage a collision with Gianni, and you don't really want to throw a bunch of 11-year-olds against each other. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, and that is it for Aaron. 2 down, runner on second. So as a way to avoid collisions and ensuring that the kids are healthy, because this is only, this ain't nobody getting paid for this. No one needs to break any arms. You're gonna say that the runner gets there. So Jack takes ball 1. Again, Jack with a solid stroke last game, stepping towards the pitcher, keeping his head in, hitting up the middle. swing and a miss at a ball outside. Probably a strike, though. Jack has to really kind of step not only towards the pitcher, but actually step towards third to reach that and then drive it through the left side. Didn't have the technique to do that. So 1-1. Foul ball.
Go, Jack.
Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kendall's telling me I have unhealthy internet. How can you have unhealthy internet? What is that even a thing? Yeah. All right, looks like we're going to have subs from Coach Paul here as we go to the bottom of the second. So at the top of the second, leadoff triple from Gianni. Gianni runs himself out of the inning, or out of the, sorry, not out of the inning, but runs himself into an out. Ricardo is stranded at second. So with that, we will bring Cole back on the mound. As I mentioned, there's only 9 players for the Warriors. Warriors were playing league play at a field that we've played at a couple of times, quite a ways south, and apparently was not well maintained. Outfield had big clumps of grass, so much so that the grass is falling over. So it was clearly tall. So it was wet. As I mentioned, we had a wet spring, and a center fielder went to go get a ground ball or a ball that got into the center field and slipped on the grass and reached down to grab himself and broke his arm. Which is so, I mean, it's just a malpractice, honestly, by the groundskeeper to not be, cutting the grass, or by having the games. If it's too wet to cut the grass, you can't be having games then either. Poor kid broke his arm, ruined the rest of his season, obviously. 2 weeks later, same field, different center fielder, same result, broken arm. So they went from 11 to 9 active players. 2 of their players on the bench now with broken arms. You may see them, they are still in uniform and hanging out. But I did find out from one of the dads of said broken arm center fielder that the entire team is journeying to Cooperstown, New York for the Cooperstown experience. It's sounds like an amazing but very expensive tournament where the kids stay in dorms and they get all kinds of games, they get all kinds of stuff. And anyway, the broken arm kids will be journeying with their teammates, which is, I think, appropriate, but also will not be able to play. And one of the features of the Cooperstown fields is that they're at 200-foot fences. So kind of anybody on our team can hit a ball 200 feet in the air and then have a trot around the bases home run. These kids will, because they broke their arm, will unfortunately be robbed of that experience. However, they're still going to get the full Cooperstown experience. As someone who has gone to Cooperstown, it is quite an amazing baseball experience. Cole leads off the leadoff hitter with a strike. Strike 2. There we go. We're getting that low strike with this ump. I like that. That's very much where our pitching coaches tell our pitchers to live, and happy to see Cole getting that strike. Ground ball to Jorge. He waits, takes his time, fires it over, out by a step, excuse me. Jorge.
Do you happen to know who's winning right now?
They're up 2-0.
Jack Rabbits?
The Warriors. Warriors are up 2-0.
I will still win.
With your brother on the mound, I'm all for that. So Jorge with the first out of the
The only
inning.
one I've seen do baseball other than me. He's good at it.
You're right. Your brother is very good at it. So Cole's brother is sitting in, maybe almost as if he's a chip off the old block here with Tony, and
Is it Parker?
giving me some feedback and play-by-play. Oh, a beautiful strike on the outside corner. Tony, if you're watching, go back and watch that. That was a curveball, started outside and broke over to the left-handed batter. So I know you don't especially love the nibbling at the edges, but that one worked. There it is again. Does not quite break. Bud does come with a lot more speed. Hear the pop there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Come on, Jack Rabbit.
Ball low. I am trying to finish off my burrito here. Sorry. Next pitch. Ball high. Cole refusing to come inside number 3 here. Not sure if it's just where he's trying to play around with the curveball or just not feeling comfortable throwing the ball inside to a left-hander today. 3-1 pitch, key pitch here for Cole to get a strike. Eastside set up way inside.
There you go.
Ball is still outside. So Eastside doing what he needs to do. Cole struggling a little bit to hit his locations. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Cole bounces that pitch, bounces off the catcher's mitt and the chest protector of the ump. We're asking for time at first so we can put the oven mitt on.
Come on, Cole.
All right. Looks like base runner now is ready to go. Umpire has given Cole the sign and we're to play on. Cole, the softer throw over now. Runner gets back in plenty of time. Foul ball, straight back.
Go, Cole.
Next pitch, sort of a short-armed shot put style pitch. That was a strange delivery for Cole. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Neighborhood dog here, Zara, has found a playmate or trying to find a playmate. Ball over. No play.
Go, Cole.
Cole with another sort of shot put style pitch. I don't know if that's his off-speed pitch because it is kind of dipping, but not really getting it over for a strike, whatever it is. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Runner on first with a tiny lead. Cole's got a sign. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Batter is out. Batter is out because the first base is occupied on that drop third strike. I think that might have been a curveball. It had looked like it had some real spin on it coming out of Eastside's glove. So a lefty up now. So a little bit of different position. We got Jack moving from center to kind of center right, and then he's getting back up. That ball is hit into right center where Jack sort of was shading. That ball will go on the turf, go all the way to the fence. That will be a home run. And there will be really no play anywhere. So we're three steps away. Joe throws it in anyway. I hate this field. So 2 runs are plated for the Warriors on what should have been, it was a well-struck ball, but really should be a double. Instead on this field, just skips along forever and ends up being a home run. So bases are empty for the Warriors. They put another 2 runs on the board, 4-0. And I believe, I remember this kid's bat, so we're near the top of the bat. Or we're near the top of the order, excuse me. So I'm not sure if it's exactly the top of the order, but it's near the top of the order here because the kid has the Dayglow orange striped bat. Strike 1. Ball looked a little high and outside, but and next pitch. That ball is corked up the middle. Thankfully misses Cole over his shoulder. That ball was hit really hard. Wowzers. So Jackrabbits looking tired, honestly. They're 2 down. 2 down, runner on first, and I'm not the official book.
I know. Are you providing like commentary?
Yeah, I'm one of the streamers, so I talk my way through the whole thing. So how you doing, Blue?
So,
How long you been umping?
Well, I did it for like 2 years, and I stopped for 4 years, and now this is year 2 again.
Okay, wow. 2 years, took a 4-year hiatus, and then 2 years back. So we appreciate you umping on a Thursday night. We know you have a million other things you could do, and I know the pay's not great. So
Glad to be here.
yeah, absolutely. Did you play as a kid?
I did, yeah.
And how far up did you play
Through high school.
through high school? Okay, great. Are you still repping the high school, or should we not talk about it?
Chaparral High School.
Oh, Chaparral. All right. Go Rams. What are you guys?
That's a good question. What was it? It was some sort of like small mammal.
Go small mammals. I mean, if I haven't seen that on a jersey and a hat everywhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Ricardo coming in to spell Cole. Not sure what coach is thinking here, because Cole had plenty of pitches left on his 85 pitch count. But Ricardo was kind of a spot pitcher this weekend, and brings in a little bit slower delivery, but and a little slower speed, but does hit his spots. So maybe that's what coach is looking for here. Yeah, I started doing this last year just with the iPhone, and then I was getting texts from my dad who was watching. He's like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Well, Gianni struck out." He's like, "Gianni's not even up yet." I'm like, "What's like? Where are you in the game? Are you watching live? Are you delayed?"
So do you store all the the video footage and the audio?
So I don't actually. The Mevo cameras will connect to our Wi-Fi, which will then connect to YouTube.
Okay.
So if you go look at Colorado Jackrabbits, we have all of our games streamed, and so I don't have to do any post production or anything. I sort of set up, and then I talk for 2 hours, and then I go home. Or in case of tonight, 4 hours, unless these guys keep putting up runs, in which case it might be shorter than that. All right, have a good game, Blue. All right, there we go. We had a quick conversation there with the younger umpire behind the plate. He's got a very clear strike zone. Just a heads up, if Sarah, if you're listening, not knowing we were playing at 7:30, I did not pack appropriately for me or my son. So we are officially cold, and we're gonna just be cold, and there's nothing we can do about it. So there's that, but undoubtedly this will lose me a bajillion dad points because I didn't think to bring his jacket. Pop up, Jorge underneath it, Jorge calling for it clearly, and that is 1 pitch, 1 out. You can't do any better than that, Ricardo. Well done. So Ricardo takes Jorge grabs the ball, and Ricardo takes them off the field. And oh shoot, I'm hitting, says Isai as he runs off the field. And hopefully that means that he will quickly get out of his battle gear and get us a hit. So as you may have heard, Isai is going to lead us off, and then Joe and Jorge. Hey, Blue, we got a little help from the audience here. Chaparral High School mascot is the Wolverines. The Wolverines, which I do believe is a small mammal. So you weren't wrong. Maybe not as specific as you could have been, but you definitely weren't wrong. Which is, generally what we tell our kids anyway. Ump is never wrong, even when he's wrong. So,
I like that rule.
yeah, we got to get the parents to all agree to it. But I do think our kids are well behaved and should treat you with the respect you deserve.
That's especially the catcher.
Isai?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isai is his name, and Isai is one of our older. We're a 12U team, so he's one of our older players. And yeah, he loves the game, respects the game, and is just generally a good young man. So learning to be a leader on this team, I think, and learning to realize what that is. So he'll be leading off for us. So obviously every pitch will be a ball, and actually not the way this kid's pitching. He's been throwing pretty good. So
Where's this team based out of?
we're based out of Aurora, almost. The team is sort of one of the Little League All-Star teams that then thought this is way more fun to play these All-Star games with better competition, and started traveling, and there you go. All right, have a good inning, Blue. Isai will step in. Isai with a fist bump to fellow catcher because he understands what it's like to be back there. Inning after inning, pitch after pitch. All right, we've got time on the field because Coach Nick is not ready to take his first position at first base as a first base coach. So now Isai gave him the courtesy of getting over to his spot. Hopefully Isai will go down and meet him on this first pitch here. That was not how I meant it. I wanted him to get a hit, not to take that ball in the back. Isai scrambles out of the way, ball one. Looks like that didn't move my camera all that much. Oh, Isai hits the ball down the left field line. That ball dropped there for a single. Isai is going to go with a big round, but does not go to second. I think that's the wise move. So Isai breaking I think an 0 for quite a while drought with that nice single down the left field line. And he does get to meet Coach Nick at first base. So that turns the lineup over. We will now see Joe and Jorge with Cole in the hole. He is back. Joe yelling ball. I thought he was yelling balk. And to add insult to injury, a little bit of a breeze whipping up across the field now. So my cold hands will soon be my cold arms. Joe fakes the bunt there and then pulls it back for strike. Not sure. We didn't have the steal on, and then Joe with the fake bunt there didn't really move runners over. We got them on but didn't move them over. So we either need to bunt there or steal there, not just take a first pitch strike. Joe, foul ball off to the right. Be interested to know if Joe's dropping his back elbow in these swings because he has made several pop fouls. Joe calling time to tie his shoe. So Isai getting the sign, tapping his head, signaling to coach that he understood what he's supposed to do with this 0-2 count and nobody down. Huge hole on the right side. A drive down the right field line will be a home run because it will skip to the fence. Joe saw the curve or the changeup smile a mile wide on his face because he held up, picked it up out of the hands, slowed his swing, and then fouled it off. So he should be sitting fastball now. And like I said, the right field line, you can see the right fielder's way over towards center. A ball down the right field line would skip to the fence and be a homer for sure. Oh, it is a fastball, but it is up in his eyes. He swings and misses for strike 3 and 1 down now. Jorge is up. Not only am I going to have to be standing, I'm going to have to be dancing here because it is chilly now. Love that Colorado weather. Jorge getting all the signs. Isai again tapping his head. Cole steps in the on-deck circle. Strike on a beautiful changeup. That was a beautiful changeup. Go back and watch that. It comes out of the hand like a fastball, much slower, and then dives as it gets to the plate. So not a whole lot Jorge could have done with that as the ball was diving, as it gets into the kind of the proximity where his bat would have gone through the zone. Curveball. You can see Jorge with a frustrated swing, and now he's like trying to work himself out. So Jorge now in quite the hole. 0-2. He's got to be really defensive, and this pitcher now has thrown a changeup and a curve. You would expect a fastball, but instead he got, I think, another changeup over the part of the plate, which Jorge pops out. Frustrated with himself, only gets about 50 feet down the line, and kind of kicking himself right now. Now Cole, who rocketed a shot off his bat last time, steps in. Teddy steps into the on-deck circle. We got 2 down and a runner at first. Isai has not stolen any bases. A ground ball, huge, oh my goodness, a 2 bounce, or maybe it was even 1 big bounce. The first baseman, who didn't have to move, caught the ball and stepped on the bag. So with that ends the Jackrabbits top of the 3rd. We are still scoreless, whereas the Warriors have put 2 runs on the board in each of their at-bats. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, 4-0 Warriors. Winner plays on Thursday, loser does not. So another game at stake. All right, looks like we are getting a change here for looks like we've got Ricardo's still on the mound, but now we've got Jabrell behind the plate. And then still trying to figure out who's coming out to the field here, because I got a lot of slow walkers. When I played, if you didn't run, such as you see Cole entering the field now, if you didn't run, coach would remind you to run, and if you didn't run again, then you would not have the opportunity to play in the field. So our boys, again, looking like they're out of energy, didn't really know we were going to play 2 games today, and I think mentally we're not prepared, and to some extent, calorically not prepared by a lot of parents running out to grab Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell and some salad place and whatnot. So we'll have Ricardo back on the mound with Jabrell, and Cole now will take first. We'll have Chris moving into second. Jorge looking dejected while standing on second, but he will play short. Gianni at third. In left, I now have, looks like Isaiah. Yeah, that's Izzy. In center, I still have Jack and his left hand throwing, and Javon in right. Teddy continues to be the extra hitter, the EH, not the DH, but the EH. And I think at this point now all the kids have seen the field, and we'll see where we go here after the bottom of the third. But that will change some of our lineup or hitting or who's hitting next inning. So, but I get ahead of myself. We need to get some outs. So.
Hey, have some fun, Carson. Go get it, kid.
All right. Funny story about the kid who broke his arm. He's here supporting his team, of course, but it looks like he had some homework to do as we finish up the school year. Was sitting over here with his dad doing some math. So he's counting pitches? Oh, you put him to work.
He did it on his own.
Oh, I see. Well, that's quite the teammate then. He was not doing math. Well, he was doing math. It was not an assignment from his teacher, but instead his desire to be part of the team, he was counting pitches. So he's now returned to the dugout with the rest of his teammates. And in steps our first Warriors, hearing the name Carson from the family, a family anyway. Ground ball. Ricardo snags it. He gets it almost too fast and then throws it almost to an empty base, but does instead get the 1-3 put out. So there was Ricardo with the double pump and then almost threw it away. Thankfully, Cole reaching down and grabbing that one kind of at his shin for the first out. So Ricardo has thrown 2 pitches and recorded 2 outs. I like that efficiency. You can't hardly... That ball is a ground ball down the left field line. That will be cut off by Isaiah. Nope, never mind. I'll get all the way to the fence. So that's a home run because this field is stupid and I hate it. Isaiah threw the ball all the way in, missing all of his cutoff, but it does keep the guy to third. So I apologize. Not a home run, just a triple. Good hit, good ground ball by the batter, but again, very much a triple assisted, field assisted triple. If that was a grass field, we would have had, that would have been a single. So, not sure. It looks like we're having defensive changes in the middle of this inning with Isaiah moving to right, Chris moving to left, Javon coming to second, and I'm guessing. So so the one of 2 things happened. One is the kids didn't line up in the right spot. Very, very possible. Strike. So 4 pitches for Ricardo, 4 strikes. Again, what we like about him, doesn't throw nearly as hard as some of his other. Then the ground ball down the left field line. Chris will cut that off, and that's why I think Chris was put there, is because that now is cut off to that cuts him to a single. So the downside to Ricardo being around the plate, throwing a little slower, is that he's very hittable, and he's going to draw a lot of pulled pitches from the Warriors. So he's seen 2 ground balls. They've gone right down the left field line. And runner doesn't go. Ricardo turns it 1-6-3 to end the inning. That is one of the most beautiful plays we have ever seen from our infield, where there was a what I love about that is Ricardo knew exactly what he was going to do, and gets that ball over to Jorge, who then doesn't flinch and fires the ball in a perfect strike over to Cole for the out. So to some extent, that's good for us in that we got. I'm missing Ricardo on tagging everybody. There it is. So, gave up 1 run there on 2 hits, and nobody left on with the pitcher's best friend double play there. So, heads up play by Ricardo, solid defensive work by the infield there. Teddy will be leading us off with Chris on deck, Gianni in the hole, and if any of those guys, Ricardo, the man of the hour, will be up 4th this inning. So 5-0. If the Jackrabbits want to play on Thursday and keep going for the championship, AYL championship here, they're going to need to score a bunch of runs. Looks like the same pitcher as before, right? Yeah, same pitcher as before. I'm going to go over, since I now know that one teammate is charting pitches. I will ask where we at on the pitch count. Where are we on the pitch count for 10?
I have no idea what the pitch count is.
Oh, I
I'm
thought.
just taking the speeds.
Oh, you're doing speeds. Oh, okay. So we're charting pitches. We're not doing pitch count. So.
What's the fastest speed you can?
So that was the third base inning for the Jackrabbits in the first inning.
What's your guy? You guys throwing upper 50s, right? Fastball, like 58. Yeah. So, but he's got command of at least 2 other pitches, which is impressive. So, all right, we have Teddy stepping in. So, Dad's delight here or Dad's frustration? We shall find out. So, Teddy not really bringing a lot of power to his at bats tonight. So let's see how he does. From the windup, here comes the first pitch. Teddy crushes that ball up the middle. That is Father's delight as Teddy takes first. That was a different kid. I don't know what got into him, but we'll take it. So that's true. That's true.
They always make him try to take the first pitch,
Yeah.
and it throws him off his rhythm.
We have a confusion about who's up now. Chris is supposed to be up, and here Chris grabs a bat and he's going to go. So, do you want to tell everybody why Teddy got a single there?
Because Teddy is super aggressive. He loves taking the first pitch. Usually there's a man on base, and he's getting a take sign so that they could try to advance the runner, and that throws off Teddy's rhythm.
I think that diagnosis is perfect. So there you go. I'm too close to the patient. I can't see that there. So throw over. Teddy is safe. Teddy will have the steal sign for sure, and Chris will be in. Ball is low. Ball gets off the second baseman's glove. Teddy will take second on a decent throw, and we got a ball there. So Chris now having a good evening. He did very well in the first inning, and the first game. Swing and a miss. Coach Hunter reminding Chris not to pull his head, but instead to stay on the ball. You can't hit what you can't see, right, Tony? So I miss my buddy Teddy with a nice big lead. He's messing around out there, not having the steal sign though. That ball is high. It was a nice curve, but it was high. However, had that been lower, I have a feeling that would have looked like a hanging curveball, and Chris could have really drove that. So runner on second. Really ground ball. Teddy caught exactly in the middle. He's going down. He'll be out by a mile. So a second boneheaded base running mistake by our by our runners. Where we're running when we don't need to, and that will put Chris on first. 1 down. I don't know what's getting into our
What's making this
boys.
confusing?
That not that tough, man. It's not that tough. You don't have to run. Yeah, you don't have to run, so you don't need to run. Gianni, who had the triple last time, takes a curveball, and Chris steals second. Was told to get down, chose not to get down, and made it a lot closer than it needed to be. Gianni takes that first pitch as a strike now. Gianni, ground ball to third. Chris runs over and wisely stays. It is now a fielder's choice and moves him to third. Gianni will be out at first. 2 down. Jackrabbits now getting them on and getting them over, not getting them in. So Ricardo steps in. Aaron on deck. I'm sorry, is that Aaron on deck? It's Javon on deck, excuse me. Ricardo swing and a miss.
Get him in, Ricardo. Let's go.
2 out. Runner on third, 5-0. Jackrabbits being shut out this evening. Not typical Jackrabbits baseball, honestly. Swing and a miss. Ricardo's now swung and missed at a changeup and a fastball. So kind of looking like he's not seeing the ball as it comes out of the pitcher's hand until it's too late, because he's been behind both of them. That is a single up the middle, and he was on that one. I don't know if he saw that or if he guessed, but he gets an RBI single and puts the first Jackrabbits run on the board. So the shutout is gone for the pitcher, who has pitched a very excellent 3 2/3. So congrats to the Warriors pitcher there on the shutout through 3 2/3. But now the Jackrabbits are going to try to stage a 2-out rally. Huge opening on the right side. Ricardo is back on the throw over. If you remember, Ricardo got himself into a pickle in the first game by getting a little bit too fancy on the base paths. Swing and a miss by Javon, and this runner will be out as well, because again the ball beat the runner to the base, and so that will end the inning. With that, Jackrabbits did put one on the board, 5-1 as we go in the bottom of the fourth. Javon did not finish his at bat, so if we go back for 5, then Javon will lead us off. Let's see if Ricardo comes back on the mound. My guess is Ricardo has plenty of pitches left, so he will take the mound, but we shall see. We have Teddy now playing a little catch with Jorge. I'm not sure where everybody's going to position themselves, but attention Papa, we got Teddy on the field. All right, it looks like we have too many Jackrabbits on the field, so I'll let you know where we're going to be when we get there. All right, here's what I see. I see Ricardo on the mound, as he should be. He's been pitching great, and then Jabril behind the plate. We have Cole at first. We got Chris at second. We've got some more defensive changes. Hold on. All right, let's try this again, because I think the right Jackrabbits are on the field now. Ricardo throwing to Jabril behind the plate. Cole at first. Chris at second. Jorge at short. Gianni at third. In right, I have Javon throwing the ball to Teddy in center. And in left, I've got Isaiah. Is that right? Yep, that's Isaiah. So again, going with the all African-American outfield. There we go. Team from Aurora represent. All right. You're plenty warm, Ricardo. Just call balls in. I'm messing with you, Jabril. You do you. You're in charge, Jabril. All right. So we started 5 minutes late. So what time? So are we 90-minute games, Blue?
Hour 45.
Hour 45. Okay. So I'm going to go to our resident rules expert here, Mark, and get a heads up on the time. So, Mark, I heard you talking to Blue about the time. What answers did you get?
7:35. We started 5 minutes late.
Okay, 7:35. So an hour. No inning may start after an hour 45. So that would be
8:30.
9:20.
Yeah.
9:20. No game may start after 9:20. So I don't have my phone on me, but
No innings. So
or no
time's up
innings.
at
Sorry.
9:20.
Yeah, no inning may start after that. And the Warriors are home, so it is 5-1. Warriors. So let us see what the local time is here in the Denver metro area. I got 8:40, so there's 40 minutes of baseball left, or 3 more innings. So we'll see how this goes. Ricardo with the first pitch, an eephus pitch. So that's a looping kind of soft toss pitch almost. He didn't even throw it like a changeup because his arm didn't come all the way through. He sort of stopped his arm motion at the halfway through. There you go. It's a fastball at not at the knees, I guess at the shins for ball 2.
Be ready, Cole. Be ready.
Go, Jackrabbit.
And next pitch, high. Really efficient Ricardo that we saw for an inning and a third is struggling now. Find the zone. Ricardo working his way into that ball's high. Working his way into the rotation of pitchers. Doing a bunch of work. I know he and his father have been playing catch most every day. And that's clearly showing up. But he doesn't throw for us regularly, so I'm not sure about arm strength or arm length, if you would. Where there is a, how well he's going to be able to throw, or how many pitches he's going to be able to throw accurately. So, and pitch is high, runner does not go. So 5 straight balls after what I think were 5 or 6 straight strikes. And next pitch, ball is outside.
Settle down, Ricardo. Let's go.
Ricardo now starting to labor a little bit. You're starting to see some of the emotion on his face, some frustration. Swing and a miss. So he threw that one right over the heart of the plate, and the Warriors batter just swung a little early on that one. So look for this ball to be pulled to Jorge or Gianni if he makes contact with it. That ball goes over the back of the batter. So ball 3 balls, 1 strike.
Let's go, Ricardo.
Ricardo's sort of short arming the throws now, so look at his wind up here, and his arm is not reaching towards the plate, it's kind of coming up short. See, that one was a good one. Pop up. I hear Chris calling it, and Chris with the out at second base. Nice and strong call, calling his teammates off. Runner does not advance, so no harm, no foul there for Ricardo, falling way behind on that batter. He gets the out. Left-hander up, so he is going to hit the ball down the left field or right field line. I was going to just say that. So this is a turf home run, and it's dumb, and this field's no fun. And who thinks this is good for 12-year-olds? So that's it. Home run. Yay. Congratulations on the well-struck ball by the Warriors batter. That was definitely a double. Maybe have been a triple on grass. But congrats to him. 7-1 with those 2 runs makes it 7-1 for the Warriors. So it was a beautiful spot, but it ends up being a turf home run. It's a double or a triple in grass. So ball. So again, Ricardo pitching to contact pitcher. So he is not trying to blow anything past anybody like a Gianni or a Cole. He is trying to get the guys to put the balls into play and trust his defense to get some outs. But every now and again, when you do that, as we've seen now, a couple of batters, they're just gonna uncork on him. They're gonna line it up and cork it on him. So Oh, my fire orange bat is up. He pops up, and Corey's going to go pick that one up, and with a foul ball, and oh, she's beaten to it by one of the parents from the Warriors.
Need to hustle over there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Where's the hustle?
Yeah, it's beyond bedtime now, Corey. That ball was high for ball 3. Looked good, but it was a little high. I agree with the ump's call there. So, next pitch. Ball is inside. He's going to take first. Ricardo's starting to looking towards the dugout, given all the nonverbal signs that he might be out of gas. So he pitched quite a few innings this weekend for us, and is quickly moving into this role. But I doubt there's a whole lot of pitches left on that arm. That ball is high velocity on that one, but well outside. That ball is grounded up the middle. That's going to go right to Teddy. Teddy's going to get down, block the ball, hits his cutoff man. Runners advance 70 feet to give us first and second with just one down. And well, kind of what I thought there. We did run out of juice in Ricardo's arm. We're going to see Jack come in and hopefully take us to the end. I appreciate the comment or the text, Sarah, but I said Cody. I may not have articulated it, but I said Cody. I know her name. It's not a sure bet that I know her name, but I do know Cody's name.
I thought you said Corey.
She thought I said Corey, yeah. Did I say Corey?
I thought you said it too.
Oh. Okay, well, never mind. Maybe I said Corey, but I know it's Cody, and I just misspoke. Sorry, Crystal over here confirming that Sarah is right and I am wrong, and I don't know why I thought otherwise. Been married long enough to know this is a dumb fight to pick, and I apologize all around. So I will call Corey from now on. Sorry, I'm going to call Cody. I'm all messed up. Hey, Jack's pitching, everybody. Watch Jack. He is getting warm-up pitches. Only left-hander. Throws bullets. Working on a second pitch. And so, yeah. There we go. So, Jack is ready. Talking to the base runner at second. Fielders getting ready. They need to get ready quick because, as you know, Jack is a fast worker. That first pitch is quite a ways outside. Great stop by Jabrell. All right, foul. Straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Jack is going to throw not that much harder than Ricardo, but is going to appear quite a bit quicker than Ricardo, just because he has a faster, more compact delivery. Cole calling for the throw over there. Jack makes the throw. There's no play. And next pitch. Ball bounces in front of the plate. Everybody's going to move up 70 feet. Nothing Jabrell could do about that.
Let's go, Jackrabbits. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Tony just texted. Tony, I'm not going to say it out loud, but Tony also confirming that was I did say Corey. So that ball is going to be a turf home run as well. The good news is that might be enough to finish the run rule here for us. So this game is just not fun when that happens, and that will be a 3-run homer for the Warriors. So well struck by the Warrior, but again, a lot of runs scored on what would on a grass field be a single. So All right, everybody's piling up. Okay, enough already. I called her Corey. So, and hit by pitch. I have seen this Jackrabbits team before. I haven't seen them in quite some time, but I've seen this team, and this is the team that we refer to as the wheels falling off, where just everything just stops working for us. But the Rabbits not showing any emotion, any energy, any nothing out there. And then they stop executing. So whereas the Warriors looking like, they want to win. So you got to give this game to those that want to win. Ball low.
Pitch, Jack. That's a good pitch.
You like to see that pitch, though, from Jack, because very tempting to swing at and not going to do anything besides hit a ground ball with it. So a double play here would end the inning. We could see if we can get one of those. Jack, not generally a pitch to contact pitcher. He is more likely to try to locate the ball and get the batters to swing and miss. A ground ball. Jorge gets the at second, and we miss him at first. The ball gets past the runner, gets past Cole I messed it up. Jorge with a great throw to Chris at second for the force out. The throw to first skips past Cole. The runner does not move on. So bravo to Chris and to Jorge for a good force play at second. But 10-1 through 4 here. And if I look at my notes, the winning run, it is a 10-run after 4. So the winning run for the Warriors is on first with 2 down. Plenty of time left, almost 30 minutes left on the clock. So we really need strike. We really need the defense to step up here and get this out if we're going to play another inning. Otherwise, it is going to be all over for the Jackrabbits. Ground ball down the right side, foul ball. Thank goodness, otherwise that would have been a turf home run too. Ball comes back in. Jack corrals it out beyond the second baseman. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Jack tries an off-speed pitch there. The batter way out in front fouls it down the left field line.
Let's go, Jackrabbits. Come on, guys.
Jack comes set. Fastball. Foul off to the right-hand side. So this batter now really really clued in on Jack. So if Jack had a second pitch here, this is where you'd throw it. But Jack, again, fastball location pitcher, and why he needs to develop a second pitch. Because here comes the fastball again. That one's high and away. Batter does exactly what it needs to, high and away. So the batter totally clued in here on what Jack needs to do. What Jack should do or could do with 1 ball and 2 strikes, spike a ball, put it way inside, put it way outside, just something to disrupt the Warrior batter timing. He puts it low. Jabrell holds the ball. The runner does take second.
All right, let's go, Jack.
Jack comes set, 2-2, 3-2 now.
Let's go, Jack.
Hey, here we go, right here, Jack.
Full count, full count. This is what we got to do. Right here. Winning run on second. So payoff pitch forthcoming. Really going to be the one that I think is going to set the tone for how this thing goes. Jack comes set. Runner does not go. Ball outside. Ball 4.
Hey, good pitch, Jack.
Missed the zone. No harm, no foul, though, because the only runner you care about is the one on second. So the runner on first doesn't matter whatsoever. Left-handed batter now against our left-handed pitcher. Stepping in. Chris needs to move over to his right. Our right, his left. Huge hole on the left side. And ball outside. Actually, a huge hole on both sides because both of our middle infielders are playing straight up the middle. they need to talk. They need to decide who's holding that runner on, especially since Jack doesn't care at all. Strike there on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Jack.
Defense, let's go.
Ball high. That is Jack's attempt at a changeup. You can see he's still clearly working on it. A single firework?
Yeah.
That was weird. And that ball is shot to Cole, who grabs it out of the air, and that is the out we needed. The Jackrabbits are able to keep the winning run on the base paths, and they now just need to score 11 runs to make this game interesting. So let's see how they do. In the top of the fifth, we'll have Javon, Jack, and Jabrell, I believe. We'll see what sort of defensive and other substitutions we're going to have here. Alrighty. It's been a long day. And my day starts early tomorrow. The drive to Glenwood Springs and back for yours truly. So anybody wants to send along recommended podcasts, I'll have about 6 hours in the automobile. Over 2 mountain passes and 1 amazing canyon. It's a wonderful state we live in. It's a lot of fun to go around and see the natural geography and beauty. Just a reminder to Sarah, you're driving to baseball practice tomorrow. I will be home after that. You know, we at Marina Park tomorrow? Or are we at Infinity? We're at Marina, right? All right, so all the parents and grandparents who are also driving tomorrow, we're at Marina Park for baseball tomorrow. Ball's in, coming down.
Good throw, Sully.
All right, Javon will lead us off with Jack on deck. We're going to need everybody to hit and everybody to score. That's basically the answer.
Come on, let's get it going.
The kids will sometimes chant, everybody hits, everybody scores, and that's what we need here.
Play defense.
Come on, Jackrabbit.
Strike 1 there on the first pitch. Javon's going to have to be swinging mighty here. Ball way up and in. Now, Javon with some of the best wheels on the team, so he could easily hit himself a turf home run here. If he can drive the ball into the outfield, right field line wide open, left field line pretty open. Ball off the end of the bat with some crazy swirling English. Second baseman picks it up, and they get him. They get him. Javon upset, but I think that's the right call. He is definitely out. He was so ahead of that pitch that he literally hit it off the end of the bat. But good play by the Warriors to just execute on that as Javon sped down the line at blazing speed. They picked up the ball and threw it over and got their out. So good defense by the Warriors. So Jack with the ball off the end of the bat again. Well, I don't know what he's pitching. Second base, shortstop picks it up, throws it, gets the man at first. Jack goes down in a heap just beyond the outfield line. So
Come on, Jabrell.
in steps Jabrell. Jabrell with a bit of power himself, so could see him hitting that ball deep here. Takes a very, very tempting pitch for a ball. Good job. And Jabrell showing great plate discipline, taking the ball outside.
Be patient, Jabrell. You got it.
Here it comes, next pitch.
Pitch.
There's a nice pitch. Not sure Jabrell was looking for it. And next pitch. Oh, ground ball. First baseman makes a good throw and gets him. And that is the end of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Jackrabbits rather uninspired there. That will end the game for reasons I'm not sure. I guess, because it's 8 after 5. That's why. So that's it. And ladies and gentlemen, Jackrabbits are defeated 10-1. And therefore will drop to 15-12-1 on the season. And the Jackrabbits will, 12U Jackrabbits will not be back in game form until a week from Saturday. However, if you want to tune in for the 13U team, they will be playing Memorial Day weekend. And of course, if you have subscribed, if you've liked, and if you've rung that bell, YouTube will let you know that this is happening. So feel free to check them out. They have a different setup, but a great team. They score a lot of runs. So with that, I will sign off for Jackrabbits Broadcasting and Vamos Liebres Radio. Until we meet again, have yourself a safe and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Good night.